You got Leon D here, and we're going to talk about food. I'm not an expert on anything to do with food, but I've been around a long time, and I am a professional barbecuologist. I know food. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know a lot of things that you may not like. That's the intro for Leon D. Let's get it on. You got your boy Leon D. I'm back here. I'm back. I'm gonna tell you something that I did with my grills and my smokers. I'm gonna tell you something I did, and you're gonna find it interesting. But I'm gonna tell you what not to do when you do what I did. This is what I did. I decided one day I was cleaning. I was cleaning my siding on the side of my house. Then I decided to do the deck. And the reason I did all this is that I bought a brand new pressure washer, brand new, and I ordered all these accessories for them. Well, when I was cleaning the deck, I got done doing the deck. It was nice and hot, and I'm all sweaty and nasty, and it hit me. Why not use the pressure washer on my smokers? I'm gonna tell you something. When I used the pressure washer on the smokers, a whole new color was revealed. I had forgot what my smokers looked like when I first bought them. I had forgotten because see, I have multiple Traegers, but the one that got my attention the most was my Pro 34. My Pro 34 is gold, and yet I had forgot that it was gold. I thought I had bought a black one until I decided to just kill a little time. I had some man time. I had a man toy. I'm a man. So I decided that I was just going to check it out. I turned the pressure washer up to the max speed. I turned it up to the soaker, and I blasted it with soap. It's a soap that was designed for the deck. So what happened? I now have a gold Traeger again. I was shocked. Now I'm gonna tell you what you don't do. Don't do it while you're smoking food or barbecuing. Don't. I mean, that's not when you do it. No. And I know some of you gonna do it while you're smoking food. You're on your deck. You see your pressure washer. You see your smoker. You see your grill, and you say, "Hey, this might be an idea." But don't do it while you got food inside. And by the way, I'm gonna be very, very clear. I didn't do it while I had food inside. No, I hadn't used it in about 3 or 4 days, and that's when I decided, let's check it out. So I blasted it. I saw the difference in the colors, and the only thing in my mind was, let's try it on my smoker that is black. So I decided to try it on the smoker that is black. Man, I looked at my deck. I saw so much crud that you don't normally see. Well, maybe you do see it. You just ignore it because it's been there so long. You think it's part of you think it's part of the grill. I mean, so maybe you do see it, but man, it just shocked me on how clean it looked. And so I hadn't used the smoker. Now I hadn't used the smoker in a while, and I was thinking to myself, I know I got to try the inside. And you know how your grills got little oil attached to it because you know chicken drippings and stuff. I said I'm gonna try it, and I decided to try it. My grates are a different color. They are once again silver. They became black and a little red over time and stuff, with the elements. And because I clean them all the time, but you get to the point where cleaning them, when something's been there for like 4 or 5 years, you need muscle power. And I decided over the last 3 or 4 years, I didn't really want to, use that much muscle power. So what I had been doing over the years, when I get through cleaning my grills, I had this huge tub, bought at Walmart for a couple of dollars. I soak my grates in them, and all the stuff, most of it falls off. What don't fall off, you got to use some muscle to get it off. No doubt about that. But the pressure washer, oh, it blasted all this stuff off. Now, let me tell you the downside before you run outside and start doing this, because some of you are going to do it when you hear this. So the downside is that water, when you're blasting your lid and everything else on the inside, that water has to go somewhere. And most people have a drip bucket or a drip pan. Most people have that, unless you got a smoker. Smoker got a little vent where all the smoke goes out, That's where the water's going to go out too. Got news for you. The water's going to go to the same place. But what I did was that I took a big old bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket, because I knew the water would go in there. So as I was blasting this thing clean, I saw all the stuff that you hadn't cleaned out or I hadn't cleaned out of my smoker. And I would empty the bucket every now and then, just pour it down the toilet or whatever, because it's got a lot of charcoal and crud and wood pieces. It's got all that stuff in there. It's got a lot of crap in there. I took a picture of my super black smoker. I looked at it and how clean it was. The grates were silver, and man, I was, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven, and I was shocked at how much stuff that I did not clean out of my big black smoker by hand, because I don't like old food touching new food, especially old food that's years old touching my brand new ribeye. Don't like that at all. So I was lucky that I discovered this method, and I used it a couple times. And my grills look brand new all the time to everybody. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't do the inside, with the pressure washer of my big black smoker like I used to. I mean, I still do it by hand. I buy grill cleaner, let it soak. And see, some of you are going to ask me a question. How does that affect the seasoning? Not the seasoning you put on the food, but when you buy a brand new smoker or you buy a brand new grill, you season it. You season it. Yeah. The pressure washer is going to blow that off too. And all I did was just re-season it. So all I did was just re-season it, put some hot dogs out there or something cheap, and I just re-seasoned it. But man, it was a shock how clean it looked. I mean, it's like when you dress nice. You feel good. You say, I look good, I feel good, this is the way it's going to be. But my whole point is that that's just a new way of doing things. But I would never, ever, ever do the inside of a pellet smoker. Never. Because once that auger get wet and those pellets get wet, because there's always pellets in your auger unless you decide to manually take them out. Wet pellets will screw up a pellet stove or pellet smoker or pellet grill. However you do it, wet pellets is going to be a problem. So you never, ever let water touch your pellets. And if you do it on the inside, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. So don't do that. Now, I know some of you already did that when you first heard what I was talking about. A pressure washer and a smoker. It's kind of like having $1 and going to a penny store. You're going to get all kind of crazy ideas. 99% of them ain't good for your teeth. And this ain't good for your mind. So pellet smokers never let water touch them. And almost everybody knows that. Well, no, not almost everybody, because I still see people with a pellet smoker on their deck and it's not covered. Moisture is going to build up when it rains or get very humid, and your pellets are going to have a problem going through the process to burn, to fire your meat up. So if you get time and you got a pressure washer, go give it a shot. Just got to be careful. And if you got a smoker, ain't no big deal. You get a smoker, but take all the charcoals and wood out before you try this, because wet wood is not good. Wet charcoals is a problem. You'll get a lot of smoke but you're gonna get a lot of other stuff too. So I did this, and my neighbor saw me doing it. He thought, I don't know why, but he's not the brightest guy in the neighborhood. He's just a neighbor. He thought that I was pressure washing my meat. He thought I was pressure washing my meat. Some reason he thought that $30 ribeye I had bought that he had saw, I was pressure washing it. Who in the hell do something like that? Oh, he thought I did. And when he asked, I said, yeah, I did that. And he said, how did your food taste? He said, how did your food taste? I said, it tasted perfect. Then I'm thinking to myself, I feel sorry for his wife. He's dumb as hell. He is dumb. Then about a couple of days later, he told me that he had tried it and his ribeye tastes like soap. I said, wow, he really went overboard. Not only did he pressure wash a ribeye, he also forgot to turn his soap function off on the pressure washer. So the whole thing was hilarious. It was funny, but and plus $30 ain't gonna bother him in my, not living in my neighborhood. So if you want your smoker, your grill to look real good for the 4th of July, that's another alternative. And see, I bought a pressure washer just strictly to clean the siding on my house and clean my deck. Oh yeah, and to clean my car. A pressure washer cleans a car a lot better than your hand does. A lot better. So that is what I did. If you try it, know the rules. Don't have meat inside the smoker or the grill when you start all this stuff. Don't do the inside. No. Don't do the inside. I did the inside just playing around. What you do, take your grates out of the inside of your smoker, your grill, and just clean them by themselves. But don't have them inside the damn grill. That's stupidity. That's stupid. Take them out, set them against your deck, set them against anything, and blast them. But don't forget to re-season them either. Because a lot of people are going to forget that, and they're going to say, hey, my seasoning, or I season the grill. I got a couple people I know, I tend to season my grill at the beginning of every barbecue season. Anyway, I just re-season my grills. It's kind of fun because I clean my grates by hand, or I soak them, then I clean them by hand. I've done it every single year. I can't stand stuff that's been in there throughout the whole entire winter season, and then you just plop meat on it. No, that's not how it should work. But if you go and do what I did, when people come by, they're like, man, everything looks brand new. That because I do what I call reconditioning of my smokers and grills now, because I got a pressure washer. You give a person, especially a man toy, he's going to play with it. That's just how life works. You give a man toy, he's going to play with it. It's like giving a boy toy. He's going to play with it. And every woman going to think they stupid as hell. Why would they do something like that? It's just like Legos, because it's fun. And it takes your mind off a lot of other things. Not only do my deck looks perfect, looks great because I just cleaned it, and the rails on my deck, but so do the 5 smokers and 2 grills on that deck. That looks good too. Everything looks brand new. Everything was power washed. Everything was power washed. So I walked around knowing I had the best looking smokers and grills in the neighborhood, if not the entire United States. That's just something that, if you don't put the meat in there, hell, I thought about pressure washing my vegetables. Just water and vegetables, the same thing I do in the sink. Looking for bugs, looking for anything that might be a problem. And I bet a pressure washer will blow off all the E. coli. The E. coli, it will blow it all off. Because my pressure washer gets about around 4,000 gallons per minute. That's the rate. That's pretty. That's commercial size. Imagine cleaning a piece of lettuce with that. I can ask my neighbor because he cleaned a ribeye with that. I gotta go ask him what his rating is. What is his pressure washer rated for? Because from what I know, his ribeye looked pretty damn clean. Now he might have blown all the pepper and salt, or maybe he got smart and put that on last. Now here's the problem with the pressure washer. If you turn the soap function on, it takes a while before all the soap, when you turn it off, for all the soap to get out of the tube. Unless you got smart and bought a pressure washer bottle where the soap is at the very end and doesn't go through the whole tube. But it's just one of the things that when you in Lowe's and Home Depot, every tool in there have a dual purpose. Every single tool they still have more than one purpose. Every single tool. Take a hammer, for instance. You can knock on a nail or use the other side to pop open a beer bottle. See, everything. You got to let your mind expand. You can't go in there thinking that every tool is a single purpose tool. No. I can make it. I can find more than one use for it. A screwdriver can twist a screw and flip it around, and heck, I can stamp. I can knock a nail in the ground if I hit it hard enough. Knock a nail in the drywall because I've done it before. When I couldn't find my I couldn't find my other hammer because if you got boys, they're gonna borrow your stuff without telling you. They're gonna tell you after you find it, if you're lucky. Because they're gonna tell you I didn't touch it, and yet we know they all did. So, and one thing I want to say. Now you know how to clean your grates. You know how to clean your smoker. You know how to clean your grill. I mean, now you can clean a whole lot of things. So when you buy that pressure washer, think about the other uses you got for it that you didn't think about until you heard this right here. Think about it. You can clean your car with it. You can clean a whole lot of stuff. I cleaned the bricks on my house and the little bit of siding I had. But also, I cleaned my sliding door to my deck. That now looks brand new as well. All the rain and other types of stuff that was on the outside of the door, I felt so good. I was going to take the pressure washer and clean the inside of the damn sliding door because it's all glass. But the wife would have noticed when she would have noticed that because she would have seen the inside of the house flooded. That might have been a problem. And I didn't want that problem, especially on my day off. I get enough don't do this, don't do that during the week. I didn't want to stress her out. But so a pressure washer can can clean almost anything you have. Anything. When my kids were little, they wouldn't play in the water. I pressure washed them. Oh yeah. I did that until Child Protective Services told me I shouldn't be doing that. Child Protective Services said you should not be using a pressure washer on your kids. And I said, well, I'm 2 feet away. They said, yeah, the minimum distance is about a mile. I said, oh, didn't realize that. So this is your boy Leon D telling you about a pressure washer. Use it on your grills, man. Use a pressure washer in your grills, man, and you will have a different attitude. You will be delighted. Everything will look totally different. And you will feel better because now when I clean my grills, I know my food is on the cleanest surface possible. A la seasoned, but they're on the cleanest surface possible. So this is your boy Leon D. Peace, I'm out.